Hey Parker, so it's a Thursday, but you may or may not notice I put up Christmas lights and they're probably gonna stay up forever because they're white lights, which means they're not just Christmas, they're up forever. So Parker, you may remember not too long ago, after the death of Freddie Gray, a Baltimore man, Baltimore was plunged into a series of riots, mostly for the police who allegedly used excessive force and killed Freddie Gray, to be brought to trial and for justice to be served. I don't know if it's big news in Kansas, but it's big news around here because we're close to Baltimore. And so the first trial, which was supposed to be the easy trial to get through and either get, whatever verdict, but that trial ended up in a mistrial. And it didn't end up in a mistrial because evidence was lost or mishandled or something, or I don't know. But it ended in a mistrial because there was a hung jury. So pretty much the jurors said, we can't come to a consensus. And the judge said, try again. And they came back later and they said, we are not going to come to a consensus ever. And a mistrial was declared. And this led to more protests, nothing near the scale of the original Baltimore riots, but it led to smaller protests because people are like, so we can't even get like a decent trial, it ended in a mistrial, and now it's up to the prosecutor to retry if they want, which they might not, because it might not happen, and it's just sort of a thing that, like, what happens now? Everyone is just trying and waiting to figure out what goes on now, and now the other trials in the death they're up in the air too, because the officer who was being tried in this case, he is supposed to be a witness in other cases, and yeah, so everyone is just like, what's going on? To be honest, I didn't think this would happen. I thought he would at least be convicted of something. If not manslaughter, I thought he would be convicted of just maybe assault or reckless endangerment or something. Just anything, kind of. Not a mistrial. It doesn't cross anyone's mind ever. So yeah, so I've been kept following that. I'll have to look into the book you recommended. I actually finished The Man in the High Castle on Amazon, and I really liked it, and now I am going to read the book because I just got it. And so far, 20 pages in, it's pretty good. So Parker, I'll see you tomorrow. DFTBA, stay super. Hopefully, an actual trial happens and we get some sort of consensus, either he is innocent or not, and not just a mistrial. I don't know, that's just how I feel, because I have opinions, because I'm a person. But did I do DFTBA, stay super? But anyway, bye. Ooh.